news, we've got here developer Don't Nod has released a video which confirms the connection between Life is Strange 2 Episode 2 and the sequel teaser The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. So Captain Strange tells the story of a young boy who is coping with the loss of his mother and believes he has superpowers. So the short sequel might have major implications in the second episode, so if you don't want to miss it, you could get it for free on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. So episode 2 launches January 24th.
I miss Mom's smile.
Me too.
Nobody's friend.
You're probably gonna change the world.
I hope so.
I know so.
Captain Spirit is here!
So for our second news, we've got here the team behind the hit game Celeste has announced that they will be stopping development on their Metroidvania-like game Skytorn. So game designer Noel Berry, who's part of the Skytorn team, posted this announcement and explained they constantly struggled with what the game was after working on it for several years. So the team will instead focus on working with new projects and will take their experience in developing Skytorn as something to learn about. The password in order for you to enter in our giveaway, guys, is I for ice, O for orange, E for elephant, and N for nest. Again, it's IOEN. So up next, we've got here Valve has released its list of best-selling and most played games of 2018 in Steam. So the best sellers include The Elder Scrolls Online, Dota 2, Rocket League, Rainbow Six Siege, Monster Hunter World, PUBG, Warframe, and Far Cry 5 in the Platinum tier. So these were measured according to gross revenue for the year, and although Valve did not provide any details as to how much each the games made, the most played list with over 100,000 simultaneous players include favorites like PUBG, Rainbow Six Siege, Team Fortress 2, Dota 2, Realm Royale, and GTA 5. Alright, so up next we've got here Fortnite made the players dance for New Year's Eve event. So here's it is. Fortnite players who were in-game on New Year's Eve got quite a surprise when the clock struck at 12 midnight. So in celebration of the coming of the New Year, the game had a simple welcome party which also required the players to bust some moves. So as January 1st slowly came from one time zone to another, the giant disco ball emerged from the sky along with the fireworks that made an outline of 2019. So players were then forced to dance regardless of what they're doing in the game. Moving on, we've got here EA has added third-party games to Region Access Premier. EA has added third-party games to its Region Access Premier service for the first time. So these games are the recently released Darksider 3, the management game, This is the Palace 2, as well as the surveillance simulator Beholder 2. So Region Access Premier is a subscription service, and those who want to sign up will need to pay $15 amount or $100 a year. So the service gives the players exclusive access to its ever-expanding vault of 174 games, and the basic service only has 167. Moving on, EA has images posted on Ristera have sparked rumors that two new Australian operators will be coming as part of the game's Year 4 Season 1 content. So one of the images shows the game's menu screen with the operators on a typical Outback background. So the original poster include what appears like a description of the operators that says the next operators are called Mozzie and Gridlock. So Australian oops, and of course these haven't been confirmed by Ubisoft yet, so we'll have to stay tuned for more details. That was for Rainbow Six Siege. Up next, Ubisoft has been dropping hints in Ghost Recon Wildlands, the DLC, and it looks like a new Tom Clancy game is in the works. So in Wildlands, the Silent Spade missions and the Fallen Ghost DLC, the name Scale Technology has popped up in some missions. So clues found in the game point to Scale's website along with the login and password. So wondering this will pop up in an unlisted Ubisoft video showcasing Scale's products, and this could hint to a new Tom Clancy's game, as the franchise usually focuses on the dangers of technology.
And the city cherubim, a drone capable of patrolling our streets to keep them safe and secure. I hope you're as excited as we are. We are working without boundaries to bring to life the world of tomorrow. Scale technology, a better future today.
Moving on, Dead Cell developer Motion Twin said that the game won't probably get a sequel unless they really need the money. So game designer Sebastian Vinord said in an interview with Game Informer that it's the best to use the energy of creating a successful hit to make something different. He added that they won't want to stick to the same thing, and if they come back, it will be through a different genre and not a roguelike or platformer. So there is still plenty of Dead Cells to come, as the team is still creating content for the game. Moving on, Project Souls have released more details on Soul Calibur 6 upcoming DLC patch that comes with the Create a Soul mode. So this mode comes with 2 packs that contain over 100 items, and the first one will be releasing soon after patch version 1.11 has rolled out. So the pack includes a brand new custom pods, items from previous games, and some characters that have not been able to make it to Soul Calibur 6. So Project Soul guys wants to release the DLC for free, but no details were made available about it this time. Fortnite is the Boombox, and it can destroy structures. So the Boombox can be found in chests and can be placed on the ground. When it pulls its base, it destroys nearby structures and rips through pre-existing ones. So players can stop an enemy's Boombox by shooting at it, although its health is at 600. Players have already branded the item as overpowered and broken, as it packs quite a punch in the 1 versus 1 battles. Up next, we've got here Portal speedrunner sets a new world record and 2018 ended in a high note for one speedrunner as he has set a new world record for the new Portal game on 80%. So the player goes by the name Can't Even, and he has broken his own world record with a new time of 7 minutes and 7 seconds. He also holds quite a number of world records for Portal 2, and Portal is a classic puzzle game that is set within the Half-Life universe. It is available on PC, PS3, and Xbox 360. For our last but not the least news, we've got here Allkeyshop deal of the day, roughness 2, the new Colossus. So it is an action game from Machine Games Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. And right now this game is selling for €9.9 through our trusted store as compared to the Steam price, which is a €19.79. So this is a 52% savings in your purchase. So for more today's deals, just simply tap in !deal in the stream chat and you are sure to get more savings with our city key comparison only here at Allkeyshop.com.
Now, Star Control Origins has been removed from Steam due to a long-running legal dispute between Stardock and the creators of Star Control and Star Control 2. Fred Ford and Paul Ricci III. Ford and Ricci issued a DMCA takedown notice to Valve, and now the game has already been removed from Steam. While Stardock is also expecting it to be removed from GOG as well. Well, the full details on this legal dispute are posted in Stardock's website. Ford and Ricci also aired their side through their website as well.
But this proves it. There are aliens out there, including some pretty mean ones.
They're going to kill the heck out of us!
And now let's head into our next update that we have here, the Chinese-only RPG, which lets players manage a martial arts dynasty. Well, the Scroll of Taiwo has sold 1 million copies on Steam. This is quite a feat, especially since Steam operates in a gray area in China. According to analyst Daniel Ahmed, the game's developer Allkeyshop Games announced this milestone on Steam. Well, and the studio has also previously announced that an English translation for the game will come out next year. The Scroll of Taiwo is currently in early access and will be fully launching sometime next year. Now let's head into our next update. We've got here Anthem demo details revealed. Well, Anthem will be staging a couple of demos so players can get a taste of what the game has to offer. The first demo will be for VIPs and will take place on January 25th. And while the next one will be open for everyone else on February 1st. In the demo, players will start at level 10 and will have access to the Fort Tarsis single-player hub, some missions, and some free play. Progress will stop at level 15. Any progress during the demos won't be carried over to the full game when it officially launches on February 25th. Well, moving on, we've got here Sekiro Shadows Die Twice receives a mature rating. Well, the ESRB has recently released its rating for From Software and Activision's action-adventure game Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. As expected, the ratings board has given the game a mature rating for blood and gore and violence. The rating summary specifically mentioned some cutscenes and combat as the basis of the rating. The game is slated to launch for PC, PlayStation 4, and the Xbox One on March 22nd.
First blood. I'm coming to get you, Dad.
And Project Stella to release this year. Well, Project Stella, a sci-fi strategy RPG from the team behind Front Mission, will be launching this year, Kadokawa Games has announced. Well, the information came from a tweet from Twitter handle @Starly_girls, which includes an image of a screenshot from the game along with the text, Happy New Year. Well, Project Stella in 2019. Project Stella is a mech-based strategy game which will be released to consoles. The team is yet to announce which specific consoles the game will be launching on.
The UCS wants her. Let's help him out.
Well, up next, Project Cars 3 to be a spiritual successor to Need for Speed. That's Shift. Well, although there hasn't been any official announcements, Project Cars 3 is definitely coming basing on Slightly Mad Studios CEO Ian Bell's recent statement. In an interview with GT Planet, Bell mentioned his team's desire to create Project Cars 3 and that it will be a spiritual successor to previous Need for Speed Shift games. Bell said Project Cars 3 will be more focused, more fun, and will include all of the sim goodness everyone appreciates. Well, Le Mans remastered ESRB listing suggests physical release. Well, enhanced games released Le Mans remastered on Steam back in June 2018, with plans for a PlayStation 4 and Switch release this year. Now, it looks like the game will also be releasing in physical forms, as an ESRB listing suggests. Fans speculate that because there is a separate listing for the console version of the game, it could be released in physical format. ESRB listings normally stand alone for all versions of the game unless there's a change in format or updates in content. We've got here Amazon reveals its best-selling video games of 2018. Well, Amazon has also revealed its best-selling games for 2018 as we ushered in the new year. The retail giant has Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as its top-selling game, followed by Red Dead Redemption 2. Super Mario Kart is on the third spot, followed by the PS4 exclusive Marvel's Spider-Man. On fifth place is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, followed by Super Mario Odyssey and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, and 6th and 7th places respectively. Completing the list are Call of Duty Black Ops 4, God of War, and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild in 8th, 9th, and 10th places. And that's it. Now let's have your Bret Memory launches on Steam Early Access this month. Well, a new back and slash game is heading to Steam Early Access. Bret Memory is created by a single developer named Chan Cheng, and his single-player FPS is set for launch on January 12. The game has linear levels and allows players to use both guns and swords. The game also features a combo system, while VR support is also planned to be added in the future. It is also worth noting that the early access version is comprised of just a third of the full game, which is roughly an hour of content. Well, up next, action-based RPG Bloody Spell to launch in early access on January 16th. Well, Bloody Spell by Elon Games has been announced to be available on Steam's early access by January 16, 2019, and the game had been 2 years in the making by just 5 developers. In early access, the game will have 2 large maps which will take about 3 to 4 hours for players to finish. Once out of early access, the game will have 8 large maps, new weapons, new equipment, new monsters, new bosses, new cutscenes, new minigames, new roles, and so much more. The game is planned to stay in early access for less than a year. Well, heading on to the next update, we've got here meditations lets players play 1 free game per day. Well, every day at the start of the year, Meditations, a game launcher by Rami Ismail of Vlambeer, will be featuring a new minigame that players can finish in about 5 minutes until the year ends. The very first game in the project is Temperance. Meditations will be releasing 1 game per day and will not keep the previous games in the launcher. Do note that the launcher still has bugs in it where the score doesn't show up right, but tomorrow is another day and another game is due to come out. And so we are now down to our last news, but definitely not the least. That's the Allkeyshop deal of the day. Well, the deal of the day is the action game from Machine Games, Wolfenstein 2. The new Colossus. Right now, this game is selling for €9.09 through our trusted stores as compared to the Steam price, which is €19.79. That is at 52% off in savings on your purchase. So for more of today's deals, just type in !deal stream chat. You are sure to get more savings with our City Keep comparison only here at Allkeyshop.com.